Hi, my dear comrades. Good evening, good afternoon, good day. So, today's topic is a typical schedule of a Russian, very Russian schedule. So, I have a great plan here, which consists of things that Russian people do on a daily basis. They might not stick to this particular schedule, but it pretty much sums up everything a typical Russian does throughout the day and the night. Can we begin? I guess we can, and I guess we should. Maybe we must, because you are probably very curious about what Russian does. The Russian individual do during the day or during the night, if you know what I'm talking about. Let's get to it. I will highlight this for you. Maybe you will enjoy the sounds of this little pen, some generic dollar store pen and generic dollar store paper I have. Yeah, nothing brands do not matter. Anyways, let's get to it. I do not have this list memorized, but I will have to look at my reference too. Okay, you can follow me as well to keep this little list to yourself. So let's get to it. So a typical Russian wakes up at 6 in the morning, or we say 600 because Russia uses military time. Why military? Well, that's a question you do not ask. It's kind of obvious, correct? Anyways, 6 o'clock, wake up. Where do you wake up? How do you wake up? Maybe for a reference to you, I will, if you ever played video games such as Grand Theft Auto number 5, that would be the chapter I'm relating to. There was this person, his name was Trevor. So every time you choose him as yourself a player, he wakes up in different places, maybe on the beach, maybe on the road, maybe in a ditch even. So yes, 6 o'clock waking up time for Russian. Well, what do you do after you wake up? It could be 6:15. So you can choose either activity. The first is you can walk your bear. Or you can swim in a frozen lake. Or you can swim your bear, make him swim in this frozen lake if he doesn't mind. If he does mind, you will swim there by yourself. You can feel lonely, but this is why you take a bear for a walk. Not for work, for a walk. You Americans and your language confuses me big time. Anyways, okay, let's get to breakfast. 700. What do? You eat vodka for breakfast. You may ask, as an English-speaking individual, how can you eat a drink? Well, in Russia you do not drink vodka, you eat vodka. because it's so precious. It can serve as a whole meal sometimes. So if you want to have some drinks, particularly vodka, with a Russian person, you would ask him in Russian or her, не хотите ли откушать водочки? That would mean exactly, do you want to have a bite of vodka? So I'm telling the truth. Just trust me here. Just trust me here. So while you have your nutritious breakfast, you will be making plans for world domination as well. I mean, it's the best time to conspire to dominate the world. Okay, let's put this down. Oh yes, and eat vodka. Okay, next here, my friend gave me the list. So yes, 8 o'clock, after you're done with your breakfast and your plans for the day, you should call your mom. Call your mom. I mean, it's a nice thing to do, and if you are yourself strong, independent Russian, you might as well call your mom. Why not? Right? Okay. Maybe if you live in a small town in Russia, you will not be able to do this particular scenario, but you might as well. So you take your baby sister to her kindergarten, and you stop at McDonald's to have some milkshakes in the morning, or Happy Meal. But in a big city, yeah, probably there is McDonald's. I myself come from small city, and the franchise did not come in that city when I was living there still. We had some generic Burger Kings, I believe, which is like just Max knockoffs. Anyways, your baby sister still would like that milkshake, and she probably wants to go to kindergarten. She's a baby sister after all, or a baby brother. And yes, it is very manly and very Russian to take care of your baby siblings, or just small sisters, right? Not even baby. Let's continue with our schedule. 10 o'clock. Drive around in my tank. Polish my Kalashnikov. Probably you can polish your Kalashnikov while driving in your tank, but yes, maybe you should do it after you drive. Safety first, correct? You don't want to end up having your tank upside down in a ditch. Yes, and you don't want a rusty Kalashnikov either, so yes, so this particular point in the schedule can take up to 2 hours, so 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock a.m., 1100 and 1200 you'll do drive around in your tank and polish your Kalashnikov. Yes, and on 12 o'clock it's lunchtime, so you go to have a dinner with your grandma. Well, who doesn't like a nice 3-course meal for a dinner with your grandma? Correct? Correct. Who would argue that? No one would argue that. I know. So, after a great meal, you would consider having a nap time. That would take place 1300 to 1400 nap time. You can nap in a haystack or on your plush palatka. Doesn't matter, whatever you feel comfortable sleeping on or in. Okay, so for 1500, depends how long you've taken for your nap time, you invade the country. You would ask, what country do you invade? Well, that's an easy question. Whatever country is in the best proximity to you. Sometimes it just can share a border, maybe will not share a border. Maybe you will have to build a bridge first to invade that country afterwards. Anyways, maybe it's some kind of post-Soviet country. Maybe you feel nostalgic and you want to restore Soviet Union in the form of some conglomerate. Good luck to you. So yes, 1500, invade the country. Okay, so by the 1600 we're getting to the second part of your marvelous day, and it is time to poison someone. So 1600. Yes, correct. Use poison of your choice. It's better to use something new and never been used before, but still you can find trace of particular kind of chemical sometimes, so be careful about that, and your undercover agents must be very, very careful when applying the poison on some doors or door handles or underwear. So be very, very careful. You have to be cunning and smart about it. So yes, 1600. 1700, it's time to blackmail US president. Or if you do not know how to blackmail because you don't use internet, you can bribe them too, because you can use some financial transactions. They still are not banned by sanctions. So yes, 1700, bribe or blackmail US president. It depends on the president too. So if your president, US president, is your buddy, you go to party together, yes, you do not have to blackmail the president. But if your president is more on the democratic side, he wants like civil rights to be everywhere in the world, and yes, you know, like civilization and democracy everywhere. Yes, you have to bribe that kind of president, and yes, correct. Fortunately or not fortunately, that's a nice thing to do at 1700 every day. Okay, 1800. So you will meddle with UK elections as well. Okay, UK elections. But maybe you will not stop on UK because that particular haircut some leaders have, it's getting out of fashion. You can work with some far-right organizations in Western Europe, like in France as well. So yes, meddle. UK, not Great Britain, just UK. Yeah, who wants to meddle with Irish elections? They have their own people to meddle with. Yes, I do not know anything about this, so this is my image of Ireland being like doing something kinky there. Anyways, next hour you can devote to arguing about democracy and LGBTQ plus rights, and after that you can check out cat memes. It's yes, this is what you do to wind down from arguing about some rights. Yes, some people have rights, they actually do. Good for them. Anyways, 1900. Okay. LGBTQ plus. Oh, it's so confusing. So many genders these days. It's so confusing. Okay. I will have to look into that sometime later. Okay. So after you're argued enough, you might consider to hide your financial means, some money, onto offshore accounts. I heard this is the best place to hide them, in offshore zones, so no government, no authority, no cops will not be able to get to your money. Yes, this is what you do. Okay, we're getting into the evening, so 2000, 2000, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. You party, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Also, while you party, you might want to consider to spy on someone, like make a honey trap or whatever trap you feel like. Or if you belong to LGBTQ plus, you can make any trap of your choice or of the victim's choice, so you can both have fun. Yes, it's a nice thing to do. Okay, and after you conspired, after you had some party, after you have some spying action going on, it's time to have sex. With Svetlana or Vladimir. Again, this is only depends on your personal choices and preferences. Also, maybe if you belong to B letter from LGBTQ plus, you can do this activity with both of them, maybe simultaneously as well, who knows. Anyways, so by 2200 you might wanna consider have some rest after you have satisfied the needs of Svetlana, Boris or Vladimir, maybe some Natashas as well. Okay, so by this time you might want to listen to some relaxing videos on internet as well, but this is not a very Russian thing to do. This is a universal thing to do for human beings, wanting to be nice, calm and relaxed by the end of the day. Unless you're night owl and you want to party all night. And the next few moments I will just make some sounds like I did in the beginning, so you can totally relax, Russian or not, spy or not. Yes, correct. Just like this.